A blessed day. I am Alan Saldonio Jr. I am 19 years old. I am from SMT 1 Alpha and I am from Alberta, Leyte. These are my answers to the task given for the midterm. For the first set of questions, this is my explanation for the maximally great being in terms of A. Information of DNA. Information in DNA may come from either natural selection or from an intelligent mind. Theorists said that humans in our biological information, the DNA was made through natural selection, which is the process of being unfixed to fixed. But it is not the case. In analogy, mathematicians formulated the infinite monkey theorem that even if you put all the monkeys in the universe with computers throughout 2,000 years to create a book or a novel, there would be no chance for them to create a book or a novel. To simplify, DNA, which contains billions of info, cannot be made by chance or from natural selection alone, but by a living source. Thus, only one known cause can be found for the origin of the information, and that cause is intelligence. And that intelligence comes from a mind and is possessed by a maximally great being, and that is God. Second, the fine-tuning of the universe. Our universe was so made overwhelmingly narrow that it permits life. A sample of this is the placement of Earth in the universe. One move of this constant may prohibit oxygen, thereby killing us. Our universe can't be made by necessity, for this contingent universe can be life prohibiting. It cannot also be made by chance, for there are infinite factors to consider, like color, gravity, or dynamics. It's just too many. Thus, this complex universe was designed, and the designer has an intelligent mind and cause, and is the maximally great being. The third is the existence of absolute moral duties and values. If a maximally great being does not exist, objective moral values and duties do not exist, which means no basis remains for what is good, bad, right, wrong, evil, and good. There would be no order. Everything would be subjective. For example, if a murderer killed someone without this objective morality, this would be acceptable. But we know what is good or bad. So objective moral values and duties do exist. Thus, we don't have to believe in God to follow moral obligations, but to have moral obligations, a maximally great being must exist, and that is God. The next is the irreducible complexity. A maximally great being is an irreducible complex, should not be taken out. Something fundamental, like in our body, if we don't have a brain, we do not exist. There can be no life without a living creator, for life can be made from nothing. Thus, a maximally great being is the irreducible complex for this contingent universe to exist. That is my explanation for the existence of the maximally great being. Next question is briefly demonstrate the function and significance of the material and immaterial part of a man in terms of dichotomy. Man consists of two parts, the body and the soul. The body is known to be the physical aspect of the self, which is the nose, mouth, and hands. While the soul is known to be the non-physical aspect of the self, shared by God, consists of our emotions, will, and morality. This mind is the seat of the soul. Where the mind dictates, our body follows. For instance, when you feel the need to sleep after a long exam, your body follows what your mind tells you to do. Then your body sleeps. So that is all for my answer for the midterm. Thank you for listening.